It's Tuesday, January 16th. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat, brought to you by Eric Potato of eXp Realty, your BC, Thompson, Okanagan, and Shuswap Lakefront specialist. And the big news today, inflation. StatsCan pegging December's consumer price index at 3.4% from 3.1% in November. Gas, airfares, vehicles, and rent, the main factors. Manitoba with the lowest inflation rate among the provinces at only 1.7%. The better news, though, is the fact that most analysts aren't concerned about the increase affecting interest rates. This, however, will likely have market implications. Vancouver-based Tech Resources reporting that last year's copper production was lower than hoped at 296,500 tons, due in part to a geotechnical concern at the Highland Valley operation near Kamloops. The company's next earnings update, February 22nd. One of Canada's most listened to business podcasts and available around the world on X, TikTok, and wherever you get your favorite podcast, Canada's Business Beat is proudly sponsored by Eric Potato of eXp Realty. Considering a move to BC's wine country? Eric is your BC, Thompson, Okanagan, and Shuswap Lakeview specialist at OkanaganLakefrontProperties.com. Sad to report another well-known media company in trouble. BC-based Black Press, which owns around 80 mostly online newspapers, announcing plans to sell after filing for creditor protection. The news coming on the very day that company founder David Black announced his retirement. Speaking of court protection from bill collectors, Vancouver-based green building products company Nexi is also in the midst of restructuring, an overall debt of $112 million. More evidence here that rental costs continue to increase. Rentals.ca pegging the average nationwide rent for December had a record of just under $2,200 a month, 8.6% more than a year ago. Vancouver still far and away the most expensive, with an overall average 5% higher than a year back at $2,700. And the Royal Bank is advising investors that its $13.5 billion acquisition of HSBC Canada is expected to close by the end of March. And that will do it for your Tuesday. Thank you for listening. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat, brought to you by Eric Potato and OkanaganLakefrontProperties.com.